Staying healthy is a priority for all of us, and many turn to dietary supplements to complement a healthy diet and exercise as part of a complete wellness strategy. However, it is a challenging time for consumers desiring quality products that are honest about what they contain and what they promise for results. Countering this and standing out in the industry is U.S. Doctors Clinical. Brad Buchholz and John Hahn are here to discuss how investments in quality ingredients, manufacturing infrastructure, and most importantly, clinical research ensures that their products are above board. Welcome to you both.
Thank you, Kathy, for having us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Brad, as VP of Product Development, I'm sure you've heard a lot of claims. Speak to us about some of the challenges in this area.
Well, supplements have been used by people for many, many years. And when, for example, when my mom goes to a store to buy a supplement, I want to make sure that she's getting the right ones. And she always asks me, Brad, what do you suggest? What manufacturers? And right now, there's a lot of news in the industry that what they're buying, what's on the supplement facts might not be necessarily what's in the product. So U.S. Doctors Clinicals has always been focused on making sure that we really deliver on what we promise to the consumer.
And John, as a physician on the advisory board, what makes U.S. Doctors Clinical unique?
It's unique in the respect that it tests the whole formula. A lot of the formulas that are out there today, they only test one or two ingredients and they make their claims based upon that. U.S. Doctors Clinical has invested a lot of time and resources to check the whole formula out for its efficacy or its efficiency in what it's being used for. And they've got some good double-blind, placebo-controlled crossover studies, which is a medical term for a scientific study, that are now being published in medical journals.
Okay, well, let's take a closer look at U.S. Doctors Clinical and this Modern Living Field Report.
Today's consumers are flooded with advertisements for the latest and greatest in pharmaceuticals and products that claim to be the cure-all. So how do we know which products are right for us and which ones will actually work to alleviate our ailments? To answer those questions, we took a closer look at Arthro-7 by U.S. Doctors Clinical.
I've been asked to be on the medical advisory board for U.S. Doctors Clinical, and they have some unique products that are formulated and researched by practicing doctors who have used these products on patients successfully over the number of years. U.S. Doctors Clinical uses the finest premium ingredients that are sourced from all over the world to put together an integrated product that works as a whole formula. And that's how it's been clinically tested, as a whole formula, which makes U.S. Doctors products very unique in the industry. And it does not contain any drugs, no gluten, and no shellfish, which makes it a safe alternative for people who have shellfish allergies. We have shown that U.S. Doctors Clinical's Arthro-7 has given positive effects, positive benefits to consumers and patients of mine within a 2-week period.
U.S. Doctors Clinical not only partners with people who share their culture of quality, but also invests heavily in research and manufactures their products with the most extensive third-party certified manufacturer in the industry. Arthro-7 is manufactured following good manufacturing practices standards in an FDA-registered facility based in California. This unique, comprehensive formula is clinically proven to ensure that all the ingredients work together in perfect harmony. Within the first 2 weeks of a clinical study, volunteers taking Arthro-7 reported improvements in joint comfort, reduced swelling and stiffness, and other improvements to joint mobility.
I had problems with my knees and hips, mainly going up and down stairs. I love to walk, and that was preventing that, so that's why I started taking Arthro-7. A few weeks after taking Arthro-7, the problem just vanished. From that point on, I've never let it go. I've been taking Arthro-7 for 8 to 10 years. Well, I can say that Arthro-7 changed my life in a way that I can move freely. I don't have to worry about my knees giving out or not being able to make a walk. You know, just the basic things of life you don't worry about anymore. When you don't have a problem, you don't think about it.
Arthro-7 has sold over 8 million bottles. to consumers, and I get reports back from consumers and patients all the time showing the positive effects of taking Arthro-7. And a lot of the patients are continuing to take it even after their joint health has been restored as a daily joint nutrient.
I've recommended Arthro-7 to my brother and to his daughter, and they both have used it and feel the same way that I do. It's a miracle.
Other leading joint supplements attempt to cram numerous buzzword ingredients into their products. U.S. Doctors Clinical simply took the best ingredients and combined them into one efficient and potent formula, providing their customers with the clinically proven doctor-formulated Arthro-7, a tried and true supplement to support an active lifestyle. U.S. Doctors Clinical is dedicated to providing its customers top-of-the-line formulas that have been developed to withstand the rigors of human clinical trials.
Brad, can you please tell us a bit about U.S. Doctors Clinical? What's the story behind the company and what makes it so unique?
Okay, so like I had mentioned, there's this need for products that really deliver what they're promising. So U.S. Doctors Clinicals has a kind of a three-tiered approach. One, the very best manufacturers are used. We always make sure that we use companies that have the highest regulations, the highest operating procedures, so we know the products, when we give them a formula, is going to be exactly what we want it to be. Two, we go out and we find the best raw material suppliers. We make sure that the product, each component, it's like a recipe. Okay. If you don't use the best ingredients, you're not going to get the best recipe. So we make sure that all of our raw material suppliers are the best. And then we go to people like the doctor here, and we have them work with us to find formulas that they know are really going to help the consumer. Right. So they can go out and they can get something that's really going to do what they're hoping the product says it's going to do. And by doing all three of these three things, we know that we're going to be able to deliver on what our promise is to each of our consumers.
Brad, what does U.S. Doctors Clinical do to assure that all products meet the label claims and are free of contamination?
That's a great question. It's very important for us to make sure that what we're giving to people is going to deliver, but also is going to be safe. So when we work with those raw material suppliers, we make sure they test to our specifications. We tell them exactly what we need to see in the raw material. But then when it arrives to our manufacturers, we also make sure the manufacturer tests again. So there are no heavy metals, there are no issues that people don't want to see in their product. And then we've kind of worked with them to make sure how the product is made, blended, and then encapsulated is exactly the way we want it to. And then one last thing is, just by law, we make sure it's tested again. We make sure that what's on the supplement facts panel is exactly what's in that product. Nothing will be in our box that isn't exactly what we say it is.
And John, can you please speak to the importance of studies on product ingredients versus a product that has been studied as formulated?
Well, the importance is, Kathy, is that you're testing the whole formula. And like in nature, when you have a fruit or a vegetable, when you eat it, it has nutrients that are very healthy. And a lot of the companies are taking nutrients and they're taking out a portion of them and saying, well, this is going to do this. Whereas U.S. Doctors Clinical takes the whole formula, and they also test it in a scientific method called a double-blind placebo-controlled study. And they have found that by doing the study on the whole formula, you see this natural synergism occurring with the ingredients in there for maximum benefit to the patient or the consumer.
And Brad, please tell us about the product. How does the formula work? How would I use it, and what should I expect?
Okay. I would love to do this. However, I'm going to have the doctor talk a little more about the details of the formulas.
The formula consists of 7 really essential ingredients for joint health. And these ingredients are put together, like I said before, in a synergistic fashion, so that when they're taken simultaneously, it helps nourish the joint, it improves flexibility and mobility of the joint, and it's safe. It also has no shellfish in it, which a lot of these other joint ingredients have. So it's safe for people who have shellfish allergies to take.
And John, the joint health category, it's crowded, so why should I choose Arthro-7?
Arthro-7 is a unique product. It's been used for a number of years for thousands of patients that have had uniformly good results. In my clinical practice, I take it myself, and my wife takes it, my kids take it. We were avid skiers and pretty athletic. And so we've seen firsthand how well it works. With universal success in relieving joint stiffness, increasing mobility, and helping the joint cartilage, the health of that cartilage. The clinical studies that have been done is one of the most unique things that U.S. Doctors Clinical can offer the consumer, is that they've actually taken the time and the resources to study the whole formula instead of cherry picking what other companies or other people have done to get one or two ingredients and say, well, that has that ingredient and therefore it's going to work. When you put it all together as a package, they work synergistically. The other thing is that this product is safe. It doesn't have the same side effect profile that the over-the-counter anti-inflammatories have, and you've seen a lot of that on the news.
Sure.
A lot of them have been withdrawn off the market because of the serious side effects. And so people can take Arthro-7 and feel confident it's going to work. And the studies have shown that you've seen remarkable results within 2 weeks of taking this product. And it's safe as far as the side effects.
If I'm taking other supplements, can I still use Arthro-7?
In my clinical experience, I've had patients that are on medications for certain chronic conditions, and they've had no side effects or contraindications taking Arthro-7.
Okay, so if I'm on medication, chronic health conditions, I can use it.
Yes, you sure can.
Wonderful. And does the product have any side effects?
In my experience using it for a number of years, I haven't had any reported side effects from the use of this product, which is amazing today.
Brad, are there other supplements or foods that can help make this product work better?
Well, the product is designed to work alone. Matter of fact, when you first start off taking the product, we recommend two capsules twice a day. The first capsule should be taken on an empty stomach with just water. But as you eat, you're going to have food in your stomach, so the next two won't be on an empty stomach. So either way it works, but realistically, a well-balanced diet using the best foods possible is always going to make any supplementation work better.
Okay. And John, are there any foods that I should avoid while using this product?
None that I could think of. That we've not had any contraindications with any foods that are normally eaten with Arthro-7.
Okay, so Brad, where can we find Arthro-7?
That's a great question. We are sold online, we are sold through direct mail, and we're in every major mass retailer.
So lastly, Brad, what is on the horizon for U.S. doctors?
Again, the greatest thing about this company is we're always looking. When I was talking to John earlier today, we're always thinking of new formulations that we can put together that are really going to help people. We have stuff for pretty much every major health issue that we are in development for. The most important thing for us is that we will be able to clinically test it and publish to make sure people know that it really works. And there's stuff I would want to recommend to my family, my mom, and my friends. So we try to really target stuff that people really are suffering from.
Well, it sounds like U.S. Doctors Clinical has gone above and beyond when it comes to validating your joint health products. So thank you both so much for joining us today. Thank you.
This was a great pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. For Modern Living, I'm Kathy Ireland. Thanks for watching.